Yeah. Hello everyone. To SAP sessions. Today we are going to discuss on 179 and 80, which covers macros and includes. Okay. So quick revision. Till now we have completed introduction, architecture, dictionary, and programming. Programming basics over. Now the second one in structures and internal tables completed. Now we are into the third submodule that is called as modularization techniques. So already we had a introduction of what exactly modularity is. So it is almost ABAP is a procedure-oriented language. That's what we discussed in the initial earlier days. So I'm giving clarity now how these procedures are used in program. Okay, where if you consider modularity concept, where we are splitting or dividing, okay, dividing the large program into small blocks or modules, and we are going to handle the or calling the independent modules as and when required. So I told you the advantages. Now the classification is this: source code modules and procedures. Under source code modules, macros and includes. Now this is your macros. Okay, macro introduction already over. Define end of definition. Today we'll try to extend the macros. So quick revision we will do it. It is a two-step procedure. Okay. Macro can be defined with a define and end of definition. Like you can call the macro by its name. So first we have to definition must exist before calling. Okay. What are the rules? One macro can call another macro. Yes, this is definition. Okay, macro definition call another macros, but nesting is not allowed. Recursion calling, self-calling is also not possible. Right. So even I introduced DRMSC also, global macros. So which means macros can be classified as two types again. That is nothing but first local macros. The local is nothing but which are defined and called within above. So its scope is local. Scope local in the sense it is varied within the block. The global. Global macros are defined in okay, which can be called. So now with this factors statement parameters which find with action is called formal steps. Same statement. The parameters which are going to define, which are defined along with calling statement is called as actual. So as a rule, exactly as a rule, the actual just is to be same. That is, directly can use placeholders as parameters, as formal parameters. Placeholders can be defined it is even get this everything. I'll give one example. Yes, so we have to go to remote system. So SC38 ABAP editor GAVK underscore program underscore macros. The program name. So basic example is this introductory example. How macro can be called multiple times. Second, one macro can call another macro. This is another example. Correct. So there is another example. We will go to here. Yes. This example. So that function. So source code models. Yes, this picture I'll explain for include point of view so that because this is the SAP definition. Okay, this is for calculation purposes. Macro can define macro statements, set of statements, end of definition. So this is what I were. A macro can have maximum 9 placeholders. Ampersand 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. Okay. Yes. Okay. Macro can be defined with just like this one. Placeholder 1, placeholder 2, 3, so on till it can be up to 9. Okay. Next. So macros cannot be considered as operational statements. Just code reusability purpose. We can use it. Yes. This is what a macro can be defined with P1, P2, P3, P4 up to P9. Yes. Okay, P for parameters. So P8. Right. Now, this example only. So first we have data. Can I copy? Copy is not possible. This example simultaneously. Second. So first try to understand data result because this I am going to give SAP example only. Data result type I, N1 type I value 5, N2 type I value 6. So this is very easy, one can catch it all the three variables, but result is not defined with value. Now first macro definition begins. That is define is a keyword, operation is the name of the macro. So first macro name is operation and it is ending with end of definition, end hyphen of hyphen definition. So its purpose is okay. This is one macro. There is a one more macro is define out, define output and the end of definition. This is second macro, right? So if you go to here, result equals to placeholder 1, placeholder 2, placeholder 3. The purpose. Now we have to go to output. Here, placeholder 1, 2, 3. As it is explaining this. So now we will go to the output macro. Right statement. Okay. That is the of placeholder 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So till now we have done the definition part. First macro and second macro. We will cover calling. This is calling area. First we are calling operation macro. So 4 plus 3 is one thing. Operation 2 power star equals to second is uh, we will show that so first syntactically it is So first one, if I come into this operation code calling statement, see zero out. Even though we have one write statement, but try to F8, no. Reason is this output is there inside macro, correct? So that's why we required first you need, see, this is declarations, data statement. These two are two definitions, macro definitions. But where is the executable statement? So now I'm going to uncomment 49 line 4 plus 3. So operation 4 plus 3. Yes. Okay, activate and test. So it's going to give the result as a, the result of 4 plus 3 is 7. So you have to understand how it works first. So we will close this. I don't want to call result macro, output macro. We will go for, only we will keep, say, because first the execution flow is the system consider this. These are all as a considered as a declaration. When it comes to operation, then at that time it will search for the operation definition. It will jump to operation definition. Operation is followed by 4 plus 3. 4 plus 3. So what exactly this 4 plus 3? These are all considered as values actually. 4 is one value plus and 3. That is, these are all calling it as a actual parameters. That is, I want to do addition of 4 plus 3, that is 7, we know that. But that operation we are doing through this, yes. So here, 1, 2, 3. Yes. If you want to print the result, simply write statement, okay, result we can print. So, you will get as a 7. 4 plus 3, 7. Okay, that is values are passed from calling statement to called statement. So there are 4. 4, when we pass 4, to hold the 4, placeholder 1 is 1 is responsible. To hold this plus symbol, placeholder 2 can hold this. And the 3, to hold the 3 value, placeholder 3 is responsible. So what is required here? The number of actuals, number of formals, both are same. So maximum how many placeholders are supported? 3. Sorry, up to 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 placeholders are supported between this. So now what will happen? Yes, suppose if I try to give one more value, let's take plus 5. Immediately it gives error. Check the error statement. Unable to interpret plus 1 error. Okay, I will remove this. Yes, next error. So unable to interpret 5 as a possible spelling mistakes. Okay, I'll remove this. So I will go back. I will remove the 3 also. Let us see now. Then you got another error message stating that macro operation called without 3 actuals. Without 3 actuals. That means this is your, like, it's no need to be right this thing. You can do 1 plus 2 also. It will print result as 3. So overall 3 values required. Even I remove plus also. You are violating that. So the error remains same. Operation is called without 3 actuals. Because when we declared 3 formals, as placeholders. So minimum operation must have three actuals. Even this plus also considered as a one value, one actual parameter. So that is number is 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Matching number of actuals, number of formals matching, then it is working fine. The result is captured into result statement. Result is already declared above. Okay, yes. Then that's it. So the control transfer to operation, it execute till end of definition. After end of definition, control again comes back to this place. Again, it is going to execute this. There are no other statements. Simply program ends. If we go back to the operation 2 power 7, yes, 2 power 7, it is giving 128. Okay, 2 into 2 into 2 into 2, that is up to 7 times. Same, operation n2 minus n1. N2 value is how much? 6, n1 is 5. So that is it. 6 minus 5 equals to 1. This is 1. Okay. So this is about your overall. If you want to go to the debugger execution, yes, you can check. So go back to first. So operation 1, 2. Yes. So control is not going there, but still you can find the result. Okay, this approach. So right, when putting result here directly, I am extending this to output. Output output is another macro. That is operation macro is calling output macro. So this output macro is holding four actual values. 1, 2, 3. So then control jump to output macro. It is holding four values. 1, 2, 3 and four placeholders. So whatever result comes here, this value to this, placeholder 2 to placeholder 2, placeholder 3 value as it is carry forward to 3. Whatever result comes, result value will be passed to placeholder 4. So the output macro purpose is just to print this write statement, result statement. Yes, this is the purpose. Because one macro can call another macro. That example already covered. But here you have to observe the additional this these things, right? So let's execute first one by one. Yes, are all at a time. You can see that the result of 1 plus 2 equals to 3. Result of 2 power 7 equals to 128. N2 minus N1 equals to 1. Okay. So this is one small demonstration. All right. So actuals and formals. Now this operation output both are local macros declared within the program. The scope is local only. Okay. Hope you understand this very easily. Same 2 power symbol and 7, three actuals. N2 minus N1 because one addition, one power operation, and one subtraction. All the three. So we are calling operation to output. Output ends. End of the output, it control returns to this place. Then this operation ends. After operation ends, control returns to this place, calling statement. After ending of the program, it will display the output. So if you go back to the SC11, that is your TRMAC, TRMAC, here we can find many, yes, particularly RP wide stuff. Here, particular. So first, RP hyphen provide hyphen first forest last. Okay. So now if you observe here, if you want to work with this macro, I can call this macro RP provide from first in program. In program also I can call it. I can call this macro. But okay, it is auto recognized automatically. But you will get a message, yes, the RP provide statement. Okay. Yes. RP provide forest. So now you got the other error. See, macro provide called must with without one actual parameters. That is, you have to pass some value. Yes. So now you got another error. Pass another value without two actuals. Now you got another error. Yes, without called four actual parameters. So three again you can see that error message change. Now you can go back. Now PW okay is found. That's okay. If PW PNP SW found equals to zero, end of it. So PNP SW found is unknown. That's okay. So you have to observe what is this 1, 2, 3, 4. Because to call this macro, you have to pass four values: info type, subtype, begin date, end date. Because this macro is defined with four formal parameters. So your calling statement must have four actuals. That's the meaning. So similarly, because that P and PSW concept is totally different, as it is giving P and PSW found loop but placeholder one and all. Even RP provide from last or first. Last means latest records. In ABAP HR we have employee records, HR info types. So you are reading the last data or first data. So we have info type, subtype, begin date, and end date through. We can call it. So this is the overall usage of global macros. So global macros are used in TRMAC. Here it is there, right? SAP provided. SAP provided. So create entries. That is, can I create? Yes. The table is cross linked. So it's taking you to, in general, we just use the SAP provided macros. But if you want to go for global macros, yes, you can go to new entries. You can define the macro and macro text also. That is, we can define it in SC38, even in SC11. In SC11 through, if you do it, that act like a global. Scope is wide. So with this, we'll end this macro topic. I'll go back to SAP. Yes, this is my demonstration is over. Next. So yes, example. Okay, this is another example. Macro test macro example, right? Define macro definition example. So that's all about your macro topic. We'll move on to the next includes. Okay, include programs. Right. So, right. If you go to this topic source code modules, first macros are rarely used, I said. Okay. But knowledge wise, sequence wise, it is good to have. That's why I covered it. Nowadays, we are hardly using macros very rarely. Then I'm going to the includes. Okay. I'm going to use the includes. So include actually it should be called as include program. So include programs are very important. We will go in detail of includes now. Like belongs to include program belongs to program type I. I stands for include. So include programs type execute. Include is not self execute. Okay. Yes. Then include program is a set of statement. Include program consists of set of statements or collection of statements. Collection of statements. That's all. That is the purpose. So include include program A cannot be tested. Cannot be tested. Yes, we cannot test. That means we cannot do even syntax check also. Yes, because it can be. What is the purpose of this include? Yes, right. So include program is mainly used for code reusability. Code reusability purpose we are using this include. That is okay, reusability of code or code reusability. Yes, we will get into practical topic. So first nested includes yes include self calling. Self calling that is okay is not possible. It's this one. But one include may use another include. This is possible. Okay. Yes. Include program. There is a type I include program can be defined using SC38 code or SC80 also. Okay. Yes. Next, classification of includes. Classification is this way. So include space, program name, program name. So we have top include. First one is top. Second, include space, include space, program name I01. Next, include space, program name O01. Second, include space, program name, okay, F01. Next, include space, program name, okay, U01, etc. And so on. Okay, right. Next, include space E01. So these are all the what is top. Top include is used to declare all global variables, global data objects. That is the purpose of topic. Then if you go to I01, I01 is used to okay, yes, I01 is used okay, to hold this PAI event code. Yes, PAI event behind logic. It's O01, three letters. O01 include is used to define or to hold the PBO, process before output event. F01, F01 include is used to hold all subroutines, all subroutines and its logic. Yes. Next, U01 is used to hold user exits. User exits. Next, E01 is used to hold, okay, it is used to define events, etc. So, this is about your overall events classification. Okay. So, you no worries. This clarity I will give once we start working with programs, then you will come to know this events functionality, purpose, everything. Okay. Initially, it is confusion only, right? Now, working with includes is a two-step procedure always. First, step one, step two. Step one is okay, define include program in AC38. Okay. Yes. After that, yes, you have to save save plus activate. Yes, this is what you no need to check. Save plus activate we will do. Next, go back to the step. Yes, create. Okay, define means actually create only. Create include that is program type as I. Okay, second one. Step to create executable program in SE38. Executable program type is type 1. Executable program is type 1. So here you can do save plus check plus activate. Activate and test. Both you can do it. But in executable program, what we have to do is include include uh, point. So now using syntax. That is one thing. Right, we will go to here general statement. So syntax to include other include program is include space, include is the keyword, include space program name, include space program name. That's about your this include is a keyword space program name. Okay, so let us go and next. includes include programs can also be created using forward navigation. Forward navigation. Both are allowed. So we'll try to understand each statement, everything. Okay. Right. We will go back to the program. Here, AVP underscore simply okay, include include one. So click on create. So what happens? This is okay. So go to type I. So you have to be more clear on type I. I for include. Type I, save it. This is PROZ. Yes. Okay, save as local object. Now you have to observe mainly this is at the top you can find include. At the top you can find include and the include name here. Okay. Now this is here we will go for write statement. This is I'm calling it as test include include one. Test include one. Okay. Now save it. Check. No main program found. Statement is not accessible. See, while checking, we got this error, but I activate it. It is activated. See, that is, see, even though it is errors, it contain errors also, it is active. So it is right statement. I try to execute, it's not giving out. Why? So we will keep this approach. Okay, so I created one program. Now I am going to, yes, SE38 program right set. So that again, step one is type I. Step two, yes. Here, what you can create. So this is your, here the explanation is, this is program using includes. Okay, so this is going to be type one for executable. Save, save as local object or package. So now here I cannot use this statement as calling include. No, there is no question of calling. Yes. Here it's using include programs. Okay. Program or programs. So here I need to use keyword include space this program name. Include space this program. This is that's it. Now save, check and activate. Yes, you can do the same check and activate and test. So we are getting this right statement result here. Right statement result here. This is what you have to understand. So for your better clarity, I will take you to the go to one, this one. See. because whatever I explained, same thing we'll try to execute here. So first of all, I created one program that is SC38. This is your SE38. So ZAVK underscore include one. This is type I, correct? Type. So here write statement. So this is your test include one. Simple test include. Now what you have to do is save activate that. Save as local object. Because here you have to consider, yes, include program, include program. So independent repository object. Right? Include program is independent repository object. So the statement meaning is SAP defined include program names X customer defined include yes, similar SAP defined includes belongs to SAP package and ours is either $TMP or else our own package. Right? Right. This is the way you have to understand this program. So practically, why I said no need to do the syntax check. Suppose this is defining include. It can have a number of statements only for initial introduction purpose. One right statement. See, this include may have error also, but it still become active. That's the advantage. Save and activate directly. Do the no need to perform the syntax check. Then what is the use of this? What is the use of this? You have to go to the real usage is it is used in other program. What is the program? So here I'm going to use this one more program. Again SC38 T code only. This is your SC38 T code. Now here it is ZAVK underscore program. This is program type 1. This is program type. Here, how do we use it? Include space, include is a keyword, then this include name. Include space, include. Now here, save, check, even you can test also. Test means F8. How does it works? There is no write statement at all to test, but write is there here. So once we test, what happens? Control looks for this include once program. Control goes there. It will execute all the statements written still. So everything, all these things are called by using single statement. Clear? Yes. Okay. So this is the approach. Now what happened? Include program is called into executable. Once I tested, controls goes here, it will execute. End of this last statement, it will return here, and again it will continue any other statement. No. Finally, it will display the output. So look at here. Okay. Yes. Okay. If you are confused, we will close this. Okay. We keep this as active. So the advantage, you can double click to reach to that place in view. So its status must be active before going to use it. Okay. Now, just to press F8, you are getting out. But for better clarity, we'll go into debug mode. Execute debug. So in the debugger, just observe. This is the program, right? AVK underscore. In this program, this event startup selection is there implicit. So observe closely. Once I come to the F5, now control transfer to yes, this two you have to observe debugger explanation. See, this is using program. This is include program. A slash is a in between separatory slash. So I repeat, where is the cursor? Cursor is there at include one at line number. So F5 it is showing output. So for better clarity, I will give one more example. Okay. So we will go to write ABC, something like that. So that is we have two write statements. If you execute, you are getting test statement and ABC statement both. Okay, so go to program menu. Okay, so we close this. Okay, execute. So program menu, execute debugging. So we are into observe this. This is main program. This is also main. If you just press F5, this is main program left. This is include program. Correct? It is executing test statement. That is over. One single write statement. After that, control returns to the main program. So in main program, only write ABC. So two write statements are executing in this sequence. But can I shuffle the sequence? Yes. We can do this order change. Okay. This can I change? Yes. So you can also write XYZ, something like that. XYZ. Now you get much more clear picture. So before, after, in between, we are not calling, we are just including. This is the sequence. Okay. Debugger through also, you can check it out. Okay. So now the second one, uh, like include is created again we used in the main program. So we will say this uh, yeah, syntax to include other include program in main program. So main program is this. Okay. For example, now I am going to can I go for U line? Yes, U. Here can I use the same include? Yes. Check. It is giving error because actually this is a typing mistake. Even we did not consider it. Okay. Now I want to rename this because by mistake I did this wrong. You can come here, no problem. I see the delete. Yes. This is my include. I want to rename. Just go to here, rename. Just the CLUD, correct? CLUD. Continue. Now, yes, include cannot be changed because, see, because uses exist. Yes, ignore changes or continue. So it is changed. It is changed. That was a message. Now it is changed. Right. I changed the name. Yeah, this is check. So while checking, immediately we are getting errors. The statement include is not expected. The correct similar statement is okay. Include. So this is another typing error. Okay. CLUD. Okay. Right. Now you have to observe this. If I test here, what happens? This is still older one. This still exists. Yes, this still exists. That's why it is. But I want to delete this because it was A. I want to delete that. Because when we created, we have can copy, we can rename, we can delete because everything is YRZ. But the program deletion was cancelled. The reason is this is includes cannot be changed because the usage exists. Ignore usages. Now delete came. Delete. No deletion happens. Okay. So go back. So going to introduce all the cases. Okay. AVK underscore, gram underscore, right? So ABC is okay, XYZ is okay. Now you try to test, we are getting error stating that this is not found. Comment. Now it's okay. That is ABC and XYZ are original statements of this main program, report program. So you have to observe this is type 1. When you select type 1, go to attributes. In attributes, you have type 1 for executable, I for include program. This too, you remember it. Okay. Yes. So here, because the name was not there, so we have to do adjust. CLUDE. Okay, now it is accepted. Check. CLUDE. These two are clear. So include is a keyword followed by this. So include can be used twice. That's what twice means reusability. So the main advantage, okay, advantage is code reusability purpose. Okay, mainly used for code reusability purpose. Now we test it. ABC. Yes, same include used again and again. I cannot say called statement. It is only used statement. Correct. So we'll move on to next topic.